I've realized lately that the things stealing my peace aren't usually the big things. They're the dozens of little unfinished things quietly taking up space in my mind. The curtains I've been meaning to wash, the broken dining chair, the walls I've been putting off patching, the switch plates I've been saving for someday. None of them are emergencies, but together, they made me feel like I was constantly behind. And I think this week, God showed me something through all of it. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy, and I'm a stay-at-home wife and homeschooling mom to 3 little boys, all 6 and under, with my youngest being a newborn. This summer has felt like a season of intentional slowing down, while also trying to keep up with the beautiful chaos that comes with caring for 3 little boys. I've let some things around the house go that, in years past, I probably wouldn't have. I've allowed the laundry and little piles to wait a bit longer, and I've said yes to more spontaneous adventures with my boys. Honestly, that's exactly what this season has needed. But now, with a new homeschool year quickly approaching, unfinished home projects, extracurricular activities, and new opportunities on the horizon, I'm started feeling overwhelmed. Because the truth is, I don't have everything figured out. I don't have all of our homeschool supplies. My to-do list isn't finished. Our homeschool space isn't organized, and our home projects are still incomplete. And if I'm being really honest, I don't know exactly how I'm going to manage everything this fall. But I know that God already does. So this week, I decided to stop worrying about everything I couldn't do and simply start with what I could. Little by little, one task at a time. Not because these projects are life-changing, but because they've been quietly taking up space in my mind for weeks. The first thing on my list was finally washing my curtains after weeks of watching them shed dust. It felt like such a daunting multi-step project. But once I finally started, I realized it wasn't nearly as difficult as I'd imagined. And afterward, it felt like such a weight had been lifted. As I was working through these little projects this week, I kept thinking about something I'd read earlier that morning in Isaiah. It's actually a verse I have hanging in our home, but this time, it felt like I was hearing it differently. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. they shall walk and not faint. In that moment, I felt like the Lord gently reminded me, I don't need to run ahead of where He has me today. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the homeschool supplies. I don't have the money for every project I'd love to complete. But maybe that's not what He's asking of me right now. Maybe He's simply asking me to be faithful with what's already in front of me, to care for what He's already entrusted to me, to wait well. And honestly, I think that's exactly what He's been trying to teach me lately. Sometimes we need to tend faithfully to what's right in front of us before we're ready for what's next. Sometimes those small, overwhelming tasks we've been avoiding, the ones that seem so insignificant in the grand scheme of things, are actually opportunities to practice faithfulness with what God has already given us. With that perspective, even something as simple as cleaning up the basement felt different. For weeks, I've been telling myself, what's the point? The boys are just going to make another mess anyway. And yes, they probably will. But while they don't spend every day down here, I do. Every morning when I work out and every afternoon when I come down for my walk. This is a space that greets me. And that's a lot of exposure to visual clutter when I have the ability to do something about it. So just 10 minutes later, the whole room felt calmer, lighter, more peaceful. Is it my dream basement? Not even close. I'd love to renovate it someday, but that's simply not the season we're in. And that doesn't mean I can't appreciate it or care for it as it is today. Another project that's been weighing on me was filling the holes in my boys' bedroom walls and touching up the baseboards. I've slowly been collecting pieces for a gallery wall for months now. But before I could hang any of it, I needed to prepare the space first. Again, it was one of those jobs I built up in my mind to be much harder than it actually was. Just a few minutes over 2 mornings, and suddenly it was finished. And now I can finally move forward. Then there was this broken dining chair that I'd been avoiding for months. Turns out, all she needed was a little wood glue, and she was good as new. And finally, this one is admittedly a little about aesthetics. But ever since we updated our living room last year, when I say we, I mean me, I've wanted to replace all of our switch plates. I'd been putting it off because buying that many new ones adds up quickly. Then last month, I found a huge bundle on Facebook Marketplace for a really great price. And then they sat in my closet, waiting. I kept telling myself there was no point because I still didn't have every single one I needed. But eventually I realized I didn't need everything before I could begin. So my son and I spent some time replacing the ones we did have. And it's such a tiny detail, but every time I walk through our home now, it makes me smile. At the end of the day, none of these projects are life-changing. I think sometimes what restores our faith isn't finally receiving the answer we've been praying for. Sometimes it's simply being reminded of the beauty of everything God has already entrusted to us. I don't have to rush into the next season. I don't have to have every answer today. I can simply walk, one faithful step at a time, trusting that, as He promises, He will renew my strength along the way. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by everything that's ahead of you, maybe today isn't about figuring out the next 6 months. Maybe it's simply about faithfully tending to what's right in front of you, one little thing at a time. I hope this video encouraged you to tackle one of those little things that's been quietly weighing on your heart. And if it did, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our little community. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next one.